I think the event itself is awesome for exposure for kids that aren't, at the Dukes and the UVAs of the lacrosse world, where basically you have 2 weeks to kind of showcase like, all right, like I am this good.
JakeMalasek, a former UVA alum and WUVA member, played in the Men's World Lacrosse Championship earlier this summer for the Czech Republic. Here's what he had to say about his experience and how he got there.
My dad is born and raised in the Czech Republic. So he came over when he was like 21. So I guess that's probably 1990-ish. I got a Czech passport when I was like 16. He got my sister and I dual citizenship, just like because he was like, you should, this will come in handy one day, who knows? So we got the passports. And then 2018, the summer before I transferred to UVA from Trinity College, I got an internship at the 2018 World Championships in Israel. So I basically went over there for 3 weeks and was working the tournament. I was doing like laundry, social media, whatever basically was needed to be done, I was doing. And I was working the laundry tent one day in the middle of this, event. And the Czech guys came over and were dropping their stuff off. And I was like, oh, like I'm Czech. I have a passport. I play goalie. Here's my name. Here's my number. And I basically talked to the coaches at the time and was like, hey, if you ever need a goalie for anything, let me know. Whatever, just kind of randomly, whatever. I got a call or a text, whatever it was. And it was like, hey, we have our U20 European Championships coming up this next summer. So summer of 2019. Like, would you be interested? I was like, sure, that sounds awesome. I have nothing else to do. I'm a college student, whatever. So I went over there. We played. I played pretty well, and I basically have been playing with them ever since.
While playing for the Czech Republic, Malasek practiced with the UVA men's lacrosse team. Then, in 2021, Malasek graduated and moved to New York City, where he eventually found a training group that helped him stay fit before the World Games.
I would go play wall ball at this like little tennis park thing. It had like 3 courts with a cement wall, and I would go, play wall ball, and that's kind of all I could do until I saw some other kid playing lacrosse, like 2 courts down. So I went over and introduced myself, and I was like, hey, like I'm a goalie. Like, do you guys, do you have any other buddies that do this? And the kid was Connor DeSimone. He played at Johns Hopkins, and he was like, hey, like we have a group, a lot of PLL guys, a lot of, ex-college guys that shoot in the mornings, Tuesday, Thursday at 6:15 in the morning at this place called Pier 40 in the city. And he was like, if you want to come, feel free, and there were a couple, like Ryan Conrad's in the group. There were, Splansky, Apel were in the group. So I knew some kids, and then some of the other guys were playing in the World Championship. So I would do that. I did that for basically 2 months before the tournament. Basically just go get ripped on for an hour and a half in the mornings, and then they would all go, everybody goes to their job, and you do Tuesday, Thursday, and it definitely, helped. I don't think I would have been nearly as ready to go if I hadn't done that.
Malasek then traveled to San Diego for the Men's World Lacrosse Championships that began with the opening ceremony. Could you take me through that moment for the opening ceremony, when you walked out with the Czech Republic representing your team and your country? What did that feel like?
Yeah, it was really cool. I mean, basically the little inside scoop on this is basically when everybody shows up to the stadium at the same time, and they kind of put you in like the bowels of Snapdragon Stadium and, at football stadium. So it's, 35,000 people seat stadium. And you basically see everybody there in like the little underbelly before everybody walks out onto the field. And I saw, Lars, I saw some guys from UVA that were my year. I saw Zed Williams. So, like it was cool to kind of see everybody from different teams. And there were guys I played against, 2019, 2022, like, from Ireland and from Germany and all this stuff. So like, it was cool to see everybody, and everybody's kind of mixing it up and having a good time. And then you walk out, and it's a massive place, and everybody's got their flags and there's, matching shirts on, and everybody's having a good time. It was a really fun opening ceremony.
After the opening ceremony, it came time to play, and Malasek finished 6th in saves and also recorded an assist to help the Czech Republic finish 23rd in the world.
The Czech team we have is 90% guys born and raised in Czech Republic. So, it's kind of a little different. They don't play a lot of field lacrosse over there. It's a lot of box lacrosse. And these guys range from 17 years old to 43 years old. So it's a pretty big, age range. We had one guy who played, this is his 7th World Championships, which is longer than I've been alive. So he played 98 for the men's. It was crazy. But I told this kid, I was like, yeah, like the guy you guarded today was the Big Ten Player of the Year. And, he's like 32. And he's like, yeah, I teach, history at some school in outside of Prague. So it's a big difference, right? That's kind of the fun part. But these guys were really good. So yeah, I guess it's been 4 years since I started playing with these guys. And, I think my goal here is to kind of make the 2028 Olympic team and then hang it up for good would be the ideal plan. I'll be about 30. So I think that's kind of the trajectory for my lacrosse career is try and become an Olympian and then hang them up.
With the World Games over, Malasek turns his attention back to his day job while continuing to stay in shape with hopes of being an Olympian in 2028. I'm Aidan, WUVA.